All right, you guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Self-Express podcast. And honestly, we're gonna just jump straight into it because um, it's been an interesting couple weeks. And honestly, if I'm thinking about it out loud and saying it out loud, I would say it's since PoleCon, where it feels like everything just kind of stopped, and I'm at this complete standstill all of a sudden, where I'm not gonna say I don't know what to do next, but it's just been so weird. It's just been so weird. And I don't use this word often, but I've been having many episodes of depression and anxiety and just stress, just out of nowhere, just creeping up and just saying, hey, and just knocking at my door. And I'm not one to ignore my feelings. I'm actually one to wear my emotions on my sleeve, as some would say. And so I don't run away from those feelings. And so I've just been having to deal with those emotions and just try to digest what's been actually going on with me. And like I said before, I don't use the word depression often. I barely use it. In fact, I try not to use it at all. But if I'm being honest, it feels like it would be like just these creeping up thoughts, and I would see them from afar, if that makes sense. Like I would sense them coming, and I'll be like, okay, okay, we need to figure out something else. And depression in terms of friendships, and feeling like sometimes I feel like I'm forgotten about, and sometimes I feel like I don't really have friends. That's just not the cold, hard, honest truth. And anxiety in terms of my creativity and content posting, and fear of a change that I know is happening around me, and that I know that is happening within me. And so I also want to preface this by saying that if I'm all over the place, well, this is the Self-Express podcast, and we're gonna be all over the place, but that's on self-expression, okay? So we're gonna jump into anxiety first. It's been a question on my intuition, do I want to post this? Do I feel like posting that? I don't know if that's the right time to post. I don't know if my audience is gonna like that. I don't know if I should start that new thing. And actually, this being that new thing, I've been on TikTok a lot, and I've been on Twitter quite frequently, and I am heavy into the tarot readings, although sometimes I have to silence that shit because it just sounds like noise sometimes. But recently it has been helping me in this time of solitude and just isolation. So I'm actually gonna play a couple clips that's been helping me understand, or get a better understanding of what's been going on, depending on what resonates. But that's what I've been listening to lately. And I've actually also been meditating and praying a lot more, and journaling. And I actually have my journal out right now because I want to read you guys some of my journal entries. That's been just give you guys a deeper detail of what's been going on. And I'm and so I've been finding that throughout my day, I've just been having to take deep breaths and take it slow and do one thing at a time. And by one thing, I mean one single solitary thing, and processing one thing at a time, and not jumping too far ahead, and just trying to stay present in the moment. And meditation has definitely helped with that, and I'm so grateful. I actually finished 2 courses within 1 month. One that was talking about financial stress, and I do use Headspace. So if you don't have Headspace, I actually recommend that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I finished that course, and then I finished a self-compassion course because I actually had to learn that I am worthy of love, and that I am worthy of X, Y, and Z, and all these great things in life. And it's been great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been healing. I'm not gonna lie. But sometimes I feel like I'm just not growing. Sometimes I feel like I'm just not doing enough, and it feels like all the shit that I'm doing is just not moving. And that's been its own frustration, and it's led me into some spiraling thoughts, because as much as I love what I'm doing, it just feels like nothing's going anywhere, and sometimes I feel like I'm just not doing enough. Like maybe I need to be doing more. But being on this spiritual journey, sometimes God would like slow you down on purpose, and sometimes that's what it's been feeling like. But also it's like, okay, I can't slow down. Like I feel like I have so much to do in such little time that I have to like go, and I feel like I have something to prove. But that's, yeah. So yeah, I don't really have a answer or solution for that, but I'm just honestly sharing what's been going on, and hoping that this reaches out to somebody. But let's just talk about the depression real quick, because and not having friends, because that's actually been something that has been occupying my mind a hell of a lot. And it's so weird for me to say that, because I know I have people that love and support me, but sometimes it feels like that love and support just goes completely silent. There's no one that is checking up on me as much as I check up on people, and that hurts. And as much as I am a person that gives, I do like to receive. I'm funny about attention, right? It's just so weird. But for the people that are close in my life, I appreciate their love, and I appreciate their advice and their support. And I do want to hear from them, but sometimes it feels like I have to hear from them by me reaching out to them, and that's not fucking fair. And I'm just so over it, and that's just with anybody, honestly. Like it feels like for them to communicate to me, I have to be the one to communicate first. And recently, it's been a journey of taking back my power and realizing where my power comes from, and it comes from me, and it comes from source. And just taking control of that power, and not overextending myself, and not burning myself out. And yeah, it's been that, and sitting back and realizing that I'm not the one reaching out, and so it's just crickets is what hurts. And yeah, so it's been that. And I want to read y'all some of the journaling that I've been doing, because it's been everything, like all at once sometimes. And I honestly just decided to record this episode like literally 10 minutes ago, so y'all are getting like fresh off the dome thoughts. And I'm also gonna just share this little snippet of an audio recording that I made last night, because I feel like I had no one to talk to, and I felt like it was just all these thoughts that I had, and I had to get it out somehow, and it was just so much, and I couldn't write it down. So I'm actually gonna play y'all a little clip as to like what I mean. So here you go. I'm just bothered by everything. Like it feels like I'm just like constantly trying to be thrown off my moxie, when it's like I know how to bring myself back. I know how to maintain my sanity, and just talk to myself and bring myself back emotionally, and just check myself, right? But just lately I just haven't been feeling emotionally supported. And it could be everyone feels that same way too, but and maybe that's just a common thing. Like maybe no one feels emotionally safe, but I'm like speaking for me specifically. Like I feel like I can't really go to anybody, because I just feel like I just have so much shit, and like no one really wants to hear from me. So yeah, that was those are my genuine thoughts. Those were all the emotions that I was feeling, and being present in those emotions and admitting those out loud kind of felt, not kind of, but it just felt really good just to say it out loud, and to feel like I was talking to somebody. And I felt better, and I felt like I could move a little bit forward. Like I went downstairs and I got me something to eat. Like I was good. I was chilling. But it's important that you let those things out, and that you let those things be heard. even if it is yourself, because at the end, well, for one, like at the end of the day, all you do have is yourself. But you need to hear those things out loud. You need to hear yourself say those things so that you can actually point out and digest, and so that you can just have more of a clear mind too. Like, you know, it just helps your overall well-being. And yeah, and I just had to get that out, and I do that quite often. If it's not through journaling, it's through voice memos, and if it's not through voice memos, then it's through journaling. And speaking of journaling, I actually found something that I wanted to read to you guys, like as a part of my prayer, because it's been something. I say, God, if you give me a sign to slow down, is this it? All the zodiac readings been okay, whatever. All those zodiac readings lately, it all has been the same thing of, okay, let me slow down. It has all been the same theme of slowing down so I can trust and get the blessing, or whatever it is you'll have to show me, or all the things that you have to slow me down for. Sorry, y'all, I can't read my own freaking handwriting, whatever this is. But it's just been like the constant elements of slow down, like you gotta, or slow down to receive your blessing, or slow down to reflect, or look around you, like be present, be more present. And it's been, oh my God, it's been so weird. And like trying to get these thoughts out now, I feel like I'm beating up against a dead horse, and it feels like I can't even communicate these things. But this is how real life it's been. Like I've been having a hard time communicating and asking for help, and realizing when I do need to ask for help. And it's been weird, bro. It's just been so weird. And feeling like I'm just always taking care of people and just like not being taken care of, and which I had to rewire my thinking of that, because I can't say I'm not being taken care of. Like, that is bizarre. That is out of this world, not true. Like, and I know for myself that that's not. So I had to identify what that means for me. So in what aspect of my life do I feel like I'm not being taken care of? And I admitted that I needed emotional support, like you guys heard in the audio. I needed more emotional support in this time, because like I said before, everything's just slowing down, and I feel like I'm losing momentum, and I feel like I'm losing inspiration. And I don't know. It's like, as a creative, like that's just where it gets to sometimes. But also trying to post so that you can keep finding your outlet, so that you can keep finding, for me, my expression, and so that you can keep finding new, innovative ways to just keep your business going and to keep your creative process going. And yeah, that's it's been interesting. It's been hard. It's been interesting. It's like been moments where I just want to cry and just like want to walk away, but like I know I can't, because I know I have so much to look forward to, and I know I have so much. And just like you, because yeah, you do too. You have so much to look forward to, and so much to look after. So much to look forward to, and so much to and just so much. Like, life is just starting for me, and that's where the humbling sets in, because it's like I'm only 21, doing all these things, and I have to give myself grace for that, because like you're moving so fast in the direction that you know you want to move. So it's unfair to say like you're not being taken care of, when look at everything that you've accomplished thus far. And that's been its own reflection, because I'm not good at acknowledging my accomplishments. I'm not good at acknowledging just my accomplishments. And I'm trying to do a better job at doing that. But I recently just made a post about how far I've come in my pole dancing journey. And it was really, really humbling to see the videos that I made last year to now. I'm like, wow, I really came a long way from that point to this point. And it was just nice just to see the growth, and just to know like everything that I've been through, that has led me up to PoleCon, up to this point. and it was just really, really nice. So I felt good about that, just acknowledging that. And that was one of the few times I actually acknowledged like my growth and my process. And I'm grateful that pole dancing has done that for me. But that's, I would say, the only thing that I actively gave myself a round of applause on. Everything else, I'm still trying to figure out everything else, but yeah, it's I'm sharing all these thoughts off the dome because it's been all these thoughts that I've been having in silence, and I know I'm definitely not the only one, because I'm not the only creative, and I'm not the only one who likes to express themselves through art, or through anything else. And I hope that you're out there listening to this and really taking it to heart, because I love you, and I want you to know that you are seen, heard, felt, and understood. And like I said before, loved overall, even though it doesn't feel like it, because it's me right now. It's really feeling like that. Like, I go to work and just like people like tell me that they love me in and out, but I don't know. It just like when those lingering thoughts set in, it's like, okay, do they, or do they just love me for what I do? Do they love me for what I do? And do they love me for what I have? Or do they just love me for me? And I mean, that's just the cold, hard, honest truth. Yeah, so as I sit with these thoughts, and as I sit with these reflections, and as I meditate on them, and as I pray through them, I've been just having to find my own peace of mind, like continue to do the things that I know will make me feel okay, which is eating, making sure that I eat, and making sure that I drink some water throughout my day. And also seeing angel numbers. Like the angel numbers have been going crazy. I'll see all of them. Like the 111s, the 222s, the 444s. Oh my God, they've been showing out. Oh my God, y'all, I saw 444s 3 times in one day on 3 different license plates. It was scary. I'm like, oh man. And then yesterday, when I pulled into the driveway at work, I saw 3333, like linear, like 4 threes. I'll catch the time in 1010, and just seeing those numbers, excuse me, just seeing those numbers, I know I'm protected and I'm guided, and I know that God is watching over me. But it's just hard because sometimes you feel like God forgets about you, and you feel like you're just in the wilderness, just here, just like left to deal with these emotions. But for me personally, part of my expression is turning those emotions into something that I've been pondering on, which is this podcast, and letting you guys know, like, because I know that there's someone out there that feels this exact same way. So I just want to let you guys know that you are seen, heard, felt, and understood. Okay, you really are, and I see you, I hear you, and I understand you. I don't understand the severe amount of depression, but I do know what it's like to feel just completely stopped and like you can't get up. Like I've had moments where my body would just tingle, like at the thought or just at the action of trying to get up. And I'll sit up for like 2 seconds, but then laying back down feels like the only option. And laying back down just feels like the only thing that I can do. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I love y'all. Like I really do, and I have a lot of love. But sometimes it's just hard because sometimes I don't get that love back. Not in the way that I feel like I want to. Like I check up on people all the time, and sometimes it will be nice for people to just like send a text message like, hey, you good? Like just wanted to check in, make sure that you're good. But also it's been going back to taking back my power, just like not really doing that as much. But I find that when I don't do that, I'm like sad, or like I feel like I should be doing that. So I don't know if that's like part of my life's purpose or what, but it feels like when I don't do that, I'm doing something wrong. And I don't know, it's just like, y'all, it's just weird. It's just so fucking weird. And I don't even know if half of this podcast is even making sense. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but this all had to be said, and I couldn't hold on to this like much any longer. Like I just couldn't. Yeah, and I guess like this is really just for me. This is really just for me, just to let all these emotions out. But I guess that's really all that I have to share. I really wasn't about to give any advice or anything like that. I just wanted to look for an outlet just for my expression, just to live somewhere. But thank you for listening. I love y'all, and I know things will get better. I just had to let this out first. I know things will get better. Things are already getting better. I already feel better, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. I guess we'll have more of these talks, and I guess we'll dive more into these types of topics. But if you aren't already, if you want to see more self-expressed messages, go follow me on all social medias. Instagram at BlackBoyMagic19. What else? TikTok, Ethan's Own. That's ETHANSOWNE. If you want to see self-expressed pole dancing, oh yeah, don't play with it. On YouTube, because there's a visual aspect of this on my YouTube called Virgo Productions. So you got the zodiac sign Virgo, because I'm a Virgo, don't play with it. And then Productions, which is spelled PRODUXN. No, I'm sorry, PRODUXONS. That's my YouTube, and yeah, just come hang out with me, come express yourselves with me, and don't be a stranger. Reach out, and I love y'all. It's really all I got, and that's my expression.